Speaking of like brain rot content that makes you dumber, I don't know if you guys have kept up with the Hasan Piker versus Ethan Klein beef that's been happening for so long. I can't even remember when it started. The problem with this beef is that it's so boring and drawn out and has been happening for such a long time that I feel like time has started to dilate. That's how fucking unexciting and boring this whole beef is, where Ethan and Hasan have been going back and forth at each other, saying the exact same shit they've been saying since the fucking conflict started. I mean, at this point, it's so boring. Time has started to dilate around it. And in my head, I feel like their beef has been going on for longer than the beef between Israel and Palestine. And that's what their whole beef is about. But somehow, theirs is so boring, it's been going on longer. If this beef continues to go on and continues to be so boring that time continues to dilate, pretty soon, history books, texts will start to show up in old history books that say, leader of Palestine, Hasan Piker versus leader of Israel, Ethan Klein. Like that's what's going to happen at this point. Would these two just shut the fuck up about each other? God, it's boring. I can't believe I'm so disappointed in myself that when Ethan Klein released his content nuke against Hasan Piker, I watched the entire 1 hour, 47 minute long video. What the fuck am I doing with my life? I'll tell you what, trying not to freak out about there being a plastic spoon in my brain. An hour 47. My job isn't even fucking real, and I don't have time to be watching that shit. You expecting employed people to be watching that? God. Now look, I'll say this. I don't know Hasan Piker, all right? All I know is that he's a streamer and he's very handsome. And for most people, that's enough, all right? The biggest problem that Ethan has is he's running uphill because Hasan Piker is so good looking that man could literally call for the death of America, and he has, and all of his American fans wouldn't give a fuck. They'd be like, yeah, but he's hot, so he's right. This is the problem. When you're having a go at very beautiful people and you're not a very beautiful person, it's very tough to be seen as correct. All right? Now, I'm not a very beautiful person, but I have been a pretty fucking average person, and then I've experienced a significant improvement in physical looks. And let me tell you, even for men, pretty privilege is so undeniably real that it has made me question the integrity and the ability of every single person in my life, because I get treated so much better now, and I feel like I know strangers trust me more. I don't get searched at shops anymore. I don't get looks from people that I don't know at night. Women no longer look at me and check me out to kind of suss out my vibe in a, is this guy dangerous or a creep kind of way. I just get smiles now. And I'm not hot. I'm just not where I was pre-chin, right? Hasan is beautiful. So it doesn't matter if he has a literal Houthi terrorist on his stream and has banter with him and laughs about hostages being kidnapped and then never found again, because he's like in touch with his feminine side despite being arguably a 9.5. So Ethan either needs to like hit the gym, get a 6-pack and dye those grays, or just give up the fight, because it doesn't matter how correct he is or how many points he has, of which he has many. Hasan's quite attractive, so he will never fucking win. The Hasan Piker versus Ethan Klein is literally just the soy jack versus the Chad meme in real life. I mean, you look at the fucking thumbnail that Ethan Klein, it's literally Ethan going, oh, and pointing at the very handsome man. And look, I'll say this. I watched Ethan's video, unfortunately, not because... it's just unfortunate because it's a fucking waste of my life. Here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem with the content nuke. I saw every single thing that Ethan said in this video on fucking Twitter for the last, it feels like 600 years. It feels like that's how long it's, I've saw every single point. I've seen that on fucking Twitter at least 3 times, tweeted by Ethan. So when he compiles it all into a fucking video, it's like none of it hits because it's like I've seen all of this. If this guy just shut the fuck up on Twitter and just posted this, it might have some impact. The biggest points is, legitimate points, I feel, is, Hasan having Houthis on his stream, right? Now, arguably, the Houthis may be fighting back against an occupying force, all right? Admittedly, I don't know anything about fucking Houthis. What I do know is that they've released footage of them taking over a ship, right, and kidnapping the people running the ship. Not a military ship, a commercial ship full of people, Filipinos, that have no fucking beef in the war, and it wasn't delivering weapons to Israel or whatever. It was just like, I don't know, probably fucking delivering stuff made by children from Temu to you. You know, contributing to the spoon in our brains, making it bigger with plastic, right? Kidnapped all of them on film, took them, they haven't been seen against, presumably dead. And Hasan's been like, dude, this is so sick. This is cool. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's very cool to be kidnapping and presumably executing civilians. I don't think that's cool. I think that's bad. And I don't think that like popular streamers should be playing like propaganda from organizations that are killing civilians and being like, fuck yeah, this is cool. But then again, there are a lot of people that are streaming like press conferences by Bibi Netanyahu. So who am I to judge? You like that? Huh? So that's one. What's another one? He had the fucking the Houthi kid on and was like, "Oh, this guy's Luffy." Nah, I'm pretty sure that kid's killed people. I don't think that's Luffy, brother. I think that guy, like tweeting out photos of wanting to put Jewish people on pikes. I don't think that guy's strictly anti-Israel but pro-Jewish people. You know what I mean? I don't think that's the guy. So I don't like that. What else don't I like? I resent the fact that he's much better looking than I am, and that if he was like a 6, that he would not be popular at all, and he would also probably be banned. So that sucks. But that's more of that doesn't matter. I don't know. There was some other shit in the video that I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty bad. But but who gives a fuck? I've seen it on Twitter. They've gone back and forth on each other for years. It's like, would one of you send an explosive pager to the other, please, so I can stop listening to this shit? Every time I open up fucking Twitter, there's another 4 hours of shit talk from one side to the other. This is the problem when streamers beef and don't make up, is that both of them are fucking live for 24 hours a day. So every single day, there's a new update for the drama, and they both look like shit. That's a lie. That's not true. Hasan looks great. Ooh, that makes me mad. Doesn't that make you want to, doesn't that upset you that Hasan Piker is seemingly live 25 hours of the day and he looks great? If I live streamed for like 4 hours a week during COVID and it made me look like shit. I had blue hair. I looked terrible. This man is live streaming war crimes. He's fucking glowing. I don't know how he does it. Could you imagine how much better he would look if he had a healthy job? It's probably best that he does stream. Better for the rest of us, because if that man looked after himself mentally and physically by not streaming and just leaving their house, God, it'd be over for all of us. You thought it was over for you when I got my new chin. Imagine Hasan Piker seeing the sun. I did find it hilarious, though, Ethan Klein being like, Hasan Piker hates liberals and he hates America. Like I'm supposed to be sitting there watching and be like, oh, really? I can't believe Hasan Piker doesn't like liberals. Oh my God. Are you telling me that Hasan Piker might be a little bit more radical than he's letting on? No way. Are you telling me this man might be a communist? This man might believe in violent revolution? No way. Not my Hasan Piker, who is a center-left Democratic believer of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Surely not.